Hey everybody, it's Triple J, and welcome back to another episode of Bountiful Bayou here in City Skylines. And, let's see. Here we are. Once again, sitting at this train station. Watching the pedestrians go by and the cars stack up. So, before I started recording this episode, I was taking a look at kind of what we were doing last time. Sort of watching traffic, just kind of gauging where people were coming from. And arguably, there are quite a few people who are coming from the region and taking this expressway down, taking this turn, hopping onto here and trying to enter the city. And then I started thinking about what we had put over here last time, the possible tram bridge, to have a tram coming across the sort of this river here to connect to this neighborhood. And I was thinking, that could work. And then I started looking at the train network that we already have set up and the tram network that we already have set up. And they're both sort of running parallel to each other, right? They're essentially sort of doing the same thing, right? I mean, this is obviously pulling people to the train stations to then, go places. And this station is effective for people going here, but it is being used less from the tram. Now, the most effective train station is from this side to here. That I was watching the trains, they were all full. So then I thought to myself, I looked over here, and I saw that we had these, train lines coming out. And then I was thinking, I don't know why I was being so sort of I don't know, stingy with our train lines, but if this is indeed, where people are coming to, where people are going to get off and get on, their bikes or walk to wherever they're going, why aren't we just instituting more train lines cutting across the river here? So I thought to myself, let's do a train line, maybe one that even connects up to here and one that even connects up to over here. So we could just do trains that come in. So instead of a tram bridge over here, we do another train station that, will link up to a tram stop that maybe lands right on here, or that they can walk right to this spot or something. And then this becomes a little bit of a transit hub, a smaller transit hub, of course. And then that makes a lot of sense because that's going to be right next to this shopping district. And it is in the central part of this area, which I think would pull a lot of cars off the road who are sitting here if they can just enter the train station. So I think that's a solid idea. I don't know if there's that many people actually going to the trade school here. We might leave that one open. And I don't remember. I feel we built this train station a really long time ago. So I don't actually remember if there was a use that I had planned for this. We could, have this, I don't know, going off to somewhere else. Not really sure. But I think what I would like to do is have a line connect over here, and that's what I want to do today. That's what I want to tackle, and then maybe I can stop looking at this, because what ends up happening is it keeps grabbing my attention, and then we do something to the intersection, and we do something to the lines, and then I leave, and then I notice that it didn't do anything, and we come back to it. So let's just get it sorted once and for all, and try to get to see if we can actually do it. So I think where we'll start is right here and putting that train station down. Now, this area, if you remember when we kind of built out this sector, this is where we have the post sorting facility. We have a couple industrial buildings, question mark. Yeah, we have some offices, a little bit of an industrial area, kind of separating these two sort of neighboring, I don't know, villages or something. So, these are being used. There's not a ton of traffic coming in and out of here, which is nice. We do have this roundabout. There is this intersection that is a little traffic heavy, but so what I don't want here is this to be a traffic nightmare. And I don't want this intersection, especially with this tram line coming out. So that's going to be something to consider. However, I'm kind of hoping that anybody who is coming here will either be able to walk to where they need to go or hop on the tram to then, go about their business. So the question is, does this become the four-way intersection? And I don't think it will. And I think I want to change this ultimately. Now let's take a look. Where is the tram stop? Is there a tram stop? There is one right here. Okay, so we're going to want to move that, I think. And I'm going to want to move that. Because what I think I want to do is have this road go over, further up, and then connect essentially where this is. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm actually going to drag this stop and move it here on both sides. And then we're going to get rid of this road. We're going to move that, you know, that fence or whatever. So let's redo a little bit of this. We're doing a little reconstructive surgery here. This is all very flat. And at least I think it is. Yeah, okay. So ultimately, the intersection could be, let's see, right about here is fine, I think. About there. And then I'm kind of cool with this just coming out at a 125. Actually, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to build this out at a 125. Kill that. Line that up. Line that up. Now, it's a little bit of a strange angle, but what it does is it pushes the intersection from here to here. Now, this intersection isn't clogging up, which is nice. Honestly, the only time it ever turns red, I mean, the only time it really ever should turn red is when a tram is coming along. And I probably could do some sort of traffic light timing system here using Traffic Manager. If I felt more capable of doing that. But so far it's okay. We may have to do something like that in the future. So this will be a four-way intersection. And then we will have a... Do we need a four-lane avenue coming out to this? What do we have for the other train stations? They just sort of have their own one-way system. And that actually could work over here. We could do some kind of fun with this. So what if we do... Oh, so I have all these additional roads assets. These are additional road assets that I'm currently using on a build that we're doing called Blue Mountain Bay over on Twitch. And we're running that right now, actually. And these are additional assets. I'm not going to be using any of these, though, for now. Just for the sake of this, I actually should probably just get rid of those. So we're just gonna stick with the regular roads that we have right now. But I just need to find those roads. Okay, so we're gonna do a two-way system. So you will enter. Let's see. You will enter, let's say about there. Then I'm going to grab this two-lane road. And I'm going to build it up like that. And then I'm going to do it parallel with that. And that's about right. I'm just going to use move it to just slide that over little bit so this middle part lines up with the median. And then I'm just going to curve that in and curve that in. Beautiful. So you'll come in on this, over, and then when you come off the train, you'll go curve around and then come back out, and it'll just be like a one-way system. So let me do... I'm actually going to have this curve, I think. So I'm going to pull this off to about like that. I'm going to cut... let's see, how many units is that? 5. So I'm going to cut that about there. Boom. Do a little turn. So it'll do a nice curve. I think I'm going to end up getting rid of that. And then brush, oops, that's way too big. Brush some of this off to be flat. Push it out to the coastline. Just have some room to work with. Great. Then I'm going to grab ourselves a train station. Somewhere... Honestly, I might put it on this side. Yeah, because then you turn right in and right back out. And then what this allows me to do... Yes, I'm going to put this about here. Okay. And having it on this side is also good because now I can... Wait, that doesn't line up. I don't know if I want to make that connection via a road, but I'm so willing to do it as a walking path. And the reason I don't want to connect it as a road is because I'm just going to do a little 5 by 5, and then this is going to come back down. And let's see, can I flatten this? Pull it out a little bit. Coastline won't mind. See, that goes up. That's 6. That's 6. I will take that. 6 by 6, little curve. Boom. And that goes back out. Now, again, the advantage of me putting it on this side and the advantage of not connecting this is now I have a free lane where I don't have to cross a road. So I can jut straight across here and link up to this station. Now, as far as how this rail gets across, I'm not sure yet. It could be cool to do it over here. Again, these are not going to stay here forever. This is a temporary solution for our water, which maybe I should take a look at. Oh, our treatment plants are interesting. Probably should tend to that while I'm here. So advanced inland water treatment, we could, you know, I'm not opposed to putting something like that on, let's see, is this all fenced around? Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to do it over there. There is like commercial and housing and stuff. Yeah, I mean, I maybe do it over here somewhere. I know we were doing it out on this island over here, but we're kind of running out of space. So perhaps... Where's a fun place we could like tack this in? Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. We're gonna have to really do some reconfiguring on that when the time comes. We could sneak it over here somewhere where we have these fishing docks, but this is all like nice neighborhoods and stuff. I don't think that's necessarily the play. We could also kind of just here. I'm gonna get rid of some of these trees. I just don't want to. Get rid of some of these trees here. Could tuck this back here a bit. We could snag ourselves a road. I'm actually going to interrupt that. That's totally fine. We can intercept a road that comes back here. Maybe links onto itself. Not entirely sure. I don't love this, but I'm also like kind of okay with it. That works for me in terms of intersecting with this. I might move this a bit. Then perhaps we just do actually going to slide these over. And that works with sliding that. Just have a little sector here. Maybe we could even put a couple little... just a few tiny bits of industrial. Nothing too crazy. But it doesn't hurt. Like, if you do those small little bits there, it's totally cool. Okay, so we'll connect this to there. There we go. Should help our sewage a bunch. I'm not going to tackle the water just yet, but... okay, great. So we'll just have a couple little spots over here. And that's fine. All right, back over here. Now, wait, what was I doing before this? Oh, I was talking about the water. Gosh, it's so easy to get distracted. It's crazy. No matter how long you play this game, it just you still easily get distracted. Okay, we're trying to connect this up. So I'm going to delete that. It's not going to be a tram bridge anymore. And I think the reason I was over here is because I was thinking we could run the rail on this island and then hook it across. And that seems kind of cool to me. Now this is not flat, but I think it's going to be bridged no matter what. And let's see. I want to try to stay parallel with this, like that. Yeah, because I'm going right there. And then we can start to curve. Because again, if you were like really building this, you would not want to be on... you'd want to stay off water as much as possible. Just so much more expensive to build off of water. So we can run it along to here. And I think I'm going to link into, not the far... I think I'm going to link into this third. Ooh, actually... 175. If I just do this, is that crazy? It's not crazy. However, I think for the sake of this water system, we're going to want these higher. I think I am going to kick this out straighter. Generally, yes. But let's kind of do a little dance like that. And then like that. And then we'll just do a more proper kind of a curve. But I want to, yeah, and then we'll mess with the heights later. Okay, let's see if we can get into that at a 90. 77. 180.1. I think that works for me. That is a nice flat approach. Okay. Now, let's get from this side. That was best to do it in pieces. So if I curve... it kind of sucks for these people living here. They're like, we don't want this train station here. And I get it. So I'm going to back this up just a little bit more. Like that. Okay. And let's see. Can I get lucky on this side with the thing? I can't. That's fine. That is what Move It is for. That's what Move It's for. So I'm going to stick with this height, but then what we're going to slowly do... because I have no plans for it right now, but I do want to leave the door open for ferries. Ferries can be a little weird and a little kind of janky looking on the river system, but I think I would like to have the option to have them go under. Now they would go under this. They would just go through it and clip through the rail, but I don't want them to do that either. So I'm going to raise it up enough. I can't remember exactly how low it is, but let's just give ourselves, you know, something like that. And then it'll just come back down. And then what we'll do is we'll take this and we'll just kind of slope up. Now I know the slope tool is available. Sometimes I just kind of like doing it by myself though. Okay, so it's going to come up and just sort of swing back down to go under the bridge here. That all looks pretty level, pretty good. Okay, and then this is where it's going to start to come up. So then I'm going to say you, and you will have the same height as you. Okay, then we'll work our way back down. Hello? There we go. It's a pretty fast approach. So maybe instead those nodes are pretty short, close together there. That's actually okay. If that goes up pretty high. And then that could be a little higher. There we go. Okay. Very good. Nice. And so now that is connected to this station. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Now, what we can do in here is we can have a little bit more shopping, kind of like what we did over here with this sort of slim little area. That feels right, especially considering we're going to have a more shopping center over here. So having this little racetrack kind of road. In fact, we could even have a direct road coming off of here that links up to the shopping district, so we don't have to flood this with anybody who wants to leave here to go over to here. Yeah. Okay. So, in terms of, we can add a line to this. We can certainly add a line to this now. I'm just trying to think of anything else we may want to put over here. And this could carry on. This could certainly carry on. I'm just going to sort of draw a couple lines off of this to just sort of look like there's something else that's happening here. Although that's a crazy turn, but yeah, why don't we just put some commercial along the back side of this.
It might come as a surprise to some of you, but the title of Deep Thought wasn't simply given to me.
Maybe like some sort of like a plaza, perhaps.
It's tempting to attribute the success of others to luck or inborn talent, but in fact,
A couple plazas across from me.
achievement is backed by hours of
I'm gonna
practice
move
and
these.
dedication. Don't assume
Slide those over.
outclass when you see the success of your peers.
And then what we'll do here is some walking paths.
Always in your corner. This is the Deep Focus channel.
That cut across. Oops. That wasn't working. That. Okay, we can almost fill some of this more in later, but let's get this route going. I'm going to start it actually from here. So create new line. Add stop. Complete line. Okay. So this... Do we have our train lines? No. We just have 1 and 2. We should probably start labeling some of those. Is this not watered? Oh. I see. There we go. Okay. So I want to monitor how many trains are on that line. Okay, so we only have... Oh, right, because this is like one that goes out to here and then just turns around. Okay, so train line 2 is from the CBD. We don't really have these labeled too well. I'm just going to make this a different color so we can just easily see it at a glance. So let's make this like a dark green. Okay. Now, we're going to start to see people here. I am going to add a walking bridge that goes up and over this. Maybe we can kind of link it onto this type of thing. Nope. Not quite like that. But yes, we can do that. Let's see. I can go... I think I'm going to want to put a crossing right in front of the station there so we can cross the street. We just got to give these people better access to this. Otherwise, we're just going to have way too many cars. And that should still work. They should still be able to... is 6 enough? 6 really doesn't look like enough. Yeah, but people are using it already. Okay, we're going to have to go a little higher. And we're going to want... pillar. Right there. Yeah, look at that. That's what I want to see. I want to see. Now, there's only 10 people heading back in this direction. We got to give it time. Got to give it some time. I think we're going to want another walking point from... just have more access to this neighborhood. So we need one going to the tram route. Gosh, honestly, I kind of want... I want this... Let's see, tram... Where are you? Okay, I think I want this line on here. So then we're not even stopping on the street. And then I'm going to add another one. Like, there-ish. Right by this park. But then what that allows me to do is... Okay. I think I need to turn the guidelines off. Let's go up. I'm just going to go to 6. Now we can go straight with it. Like that. And if I add a crossing, it'll shift this just a little bit. That should reconnect. There you go. But look at all these people waiting on this tram route. Because now they can get off. And then hopefully we'll start to see people, yes, doing this. Crossing and waiting at the tram stop. There we go. That's what you want to see. Okay, let's get this a little higher. So we can cross over this. It's a little steep, but not the end of the world. But yeah, because then I want to convince people to use this as their public transportation. Now, sometimes, because what ends up happening is they walk into here and then they suddenly appear on this side. But I think sometimes you can kind of like make this. Sometimes it'll almost like connect to the station in a weird way, and so people getting off on this platform will actually use this. Now they kind of phase through the building, but I don't actually know if that's gonna work. I feel like sometimes it does, like that, just like that. So they might not use both of these. I don't know. We can kind of gauge that over time. Yeah, those are full. And then all of these people are getting on the train. Yes. Yes. Now, how many trains are on this line? There are 2 vehicles. That feels appropriate. We got one there and one going into that station right now. How many people are on this train? 98. That's filling up. That's heading back already. $48. Okay. It's not, it's not a ton, but it'll be interesting to kind of see how effective this is. Yeah, not a lot of people. It actually might not even warrant 2 trains at this point. It might only warrant 1. And we can always, like, adjust that. But let's remove that vehicle. And let's just see how that does. I don't know. Maybe it's not enough. Maybe it won't actually move the needle on this, and this will always kind of exist that way. Because if it's people coming from the region, they might not be getting off on this to go on the train and then go around. You know what I'm saying? Like, we might have to make it more accessible. Not sure. But we should give it some time. But everybody, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. This was actually a pretty successful episode. We actually got a lot done. We connected a train route. And we have tons of people now who are interested in hopping on the train. And I think we'll start to see more of that happen as we move forward. But everybody, thank you so much again. I really do appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing you in the next episode of Bountiful Bayou here in City Skylines. Bye, everybody.